Hi, fifth graders. I have to think who I was making the video for a second. Happy Tuesday, November 24th. Only a couple days till Thanksgiving, so I hope that you're all getting excited and ready for that. I'm very excited for Thanksgiving, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. I love to eat all the food and see people this year. Unfortunately, I will not be seeing anyone. I'm going to be having Thanksgiving with my dog and my cat, which will be very exciting. I'm sure that they're going to love it. Anyway, now, things got a little jumbled this week in particular with what we need to do each day. I am sorry for that. It was kind of a rush, craziness, madness to get all of this stuff ready for you on the last couple days we had you in person. So I am very, 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 very sorry that the dates are wrong and nothing makes sense. That being said, you have me here in a video to help you figure this out. So today is Tuesday the 24th, but we are actually going to be doing the assignment that says the 25th. So my date is wrong. I'm sorry. I can't be right all the time. So today we're doing the stuff dated for the 25th, and then tomorrow we're going to do that weird inclement weather packet. I know. It's strange. I'm sorry. So, today, the one that we're going to be doing is called What Time Is It? With a question mark. Let's find this one. Like I said, weirdly dated 11/25. I can't say I'm sorry enough. It was just short notice. Okay, so what time is it? Looking at this, it has a map of the world with different clocks underneath it. The first one says New York, then London, Moscow, and Tokyo. Those are in all different places of the world. So if we look, New York is in the US. London is in Europe, and it is, I know it's hard to see because this is backwards. It is right up in there. Moscow is a little bit over, like right about there, and then Tokyo is over here in this region. So, different parts of the world. It's asking what time is it? So what do you think this is going to be about? We also have another little chart at the bottom that has cities and times. So, right now, it's a different time in different parts of the world. I have a friend. She lives in the US. She lives in Georgia, but it is a different time in Georgia. It is actually, right now I'm filming this at about 7 in the morning. It is 8 in the morning where she is. So she's got a little bit different time zone. So even in the US we see that, but it's a bigger change if you're going further away. So say we're going to like, even Hawaii, but like, if we are going to Moscow, Russia, it is actually like 11 hours difference. So big changes depending on where you are. So what time is it? Just set is kind of, this is going to be about how there's different times in different places. Even though it is 7 a.m. for me right now, it is maybe 6 p.m. in Russia. I don't know if that's exactly the time. Let's see. I can go and test it out and go, what time is it in Moscow? A little off. It is, oh, you can't see, 3:58. So it's about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm filming this in the morning, but it's actually the afternoon for them. It's kind of crazy, time zones and all that. I'm sure you all know that, and you're like, Miss Racer, get on with it. But in case you didn't know, now you do. So we're going to read this story. What time is it? You can read on your own or listen to me, depending on what you want to do. Today, cars, trains, and airplanes go all over the world. They cross every time zone. So time zones are where you switch those times. There are 24 standard time zones in the world. I didn't know that. So there's 24 different time zones. Those zones are divided by time zone lines. Time zone lines are imaginary, like the international date line, but you cannot see them when you cross them. So there's not like a line in the road going, you're passing a time zone. It's just all of a sudden, the clock on your phone will change. Or not in your car, but all of a sudden the time is different. So you cannot see them when you cross them, but they are separate, one time zone from the next. Time zone lines run from north to south. So to bottom. Places that are in the same time zone have the same time. So like all of Minnesota is in the same time zone. So no matter if I'm in Duluth or Minneapolis or Isanti, it's still going to be 7 a.m. for me. So some places have the same one. Wisconsin is the same time zone. North and South Dakota do. Iowa, and other places like that. That are kind of like in the same north-south. So if we did like a line down, it's all the same. Even places that are far away from each other might have the same time if they are in the same time zone. For example, Mexico City is in Mexico, so south of us, and Winnipeg is in Canada. They are very far apart, but it's in the same time in Mexico City as it is Winnipeg. They are in the same time zone, and I believe we are in the same time zone as them. Many places change their clocks twice a year. In the spring, clocks are moved forward by 1 hour. That's daylight savings time. In the autumn, people move their clocks back again to standard time. People do this because in many parts of the world, days get longer during the summer. Setting clocks ahead allows people to have more daylight at the end of the day. This chart shows the time in some places when it's noon on Thursday in Los Angeles. So you can see that there's different time zones. And I know mine's backwards, I'm sorry. Different time zones. So if we're in LA, which does not have the same time zone as us, and it's 12 p.m., so at noon, it's actually 2 p.m. in Mexico City. That's where they line up with us. So it would be 2 p.m. for us if it's 12 p.m. in Los Angeles. New York is 3 p.m., so even more of a difference. Bolivia is 3 p.m., so they're the same as New York. London is 8 p.m. In Cairo, Egypt, it's 9 p.m. Moscow, Russia, it's 11 p.m. In Auckland, New Zealand, I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but in New Zealand, it is actually not Thursday, it's Friday at 8 a.m. So it's a very big change. For us to go to like New Zealand, it would be a huge change. You lose like a day if you're traveling there. So there's different time zones depending on where you live. We're Central Time Zone. Let's go and answer some questions. Number 1, what does the chart at the end of the article show? So that's one that I was just reading to you where it said the city's name, the day, and the time it is. All this, so like if we're thinking it's 12 p.m. in LA, it's 3 p.m. in Bolivia, was it? 3 p.m. in Bolivia. 3 p.m. in New York. So it shows like the different times at different places. Gotta get to the correct page. Okay, so what does that chart show? A, only cities in North America. It's only showing cities in North America. Is that true? B, a train schedule. What time trains come and go? C, the times at different locations. So the times if you're in different cities. Is that what that chart's showing? D, a calendar. Does it have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? 2, the purpose for reading this text is mostly, why would someone read this? That's what this is asking. Why would someone sit down and read this article? A, to learn about the different time zones in the world. B, to learn about the international date line. Is that what this talked about? C, to learn about moving clocks forward in the springtime. Is it only about daylight savings? Only thing we talked about? D, to learn about clocks. Did it teach us about clocks? Which one of those is the best fit for what we read? 3, when are clocks moved forward an hour? When are they moved forward? A, in the spring. B, at standard time. C, in the winter. Or D, on Thursdays. So when do we move forward? If you don't remember, it is in the second paragraph, the second sentence. Really telling you where to find it. 4, if there were no time zones, then what would happen if there are no time zones? A, it would only cause small problems during travel. B, no one could tell what time it was as they traveled the globe. That makes sense. C, discussing when to do things with people who live far away would be easier. So would it be easier to talk with someone who's in Moscow if they have an 8-hour difference from us, 7-hour difference from us, something like that? D, nothing would change. They aren't very useful. So go with what you think on this one. 5, what is the main idea? So what is this story mostly about? A, airplanes travel all over the world. Is this story mostly about airplanes traveling the world? B, it is Thursday in Mexico City. Is this story mostly about it being Thursday in Mexico City? C, daylight savings time happens in the spring. Or D, there are 24-hour time zones. What one best fits what this story was about? 6, from the chart, it is blank in Cairo than it is in London. So is it later? B, cooler? Anything about weather? C, earlier? Or D, sooner? So if we look, in Cairo, it is 9 p.m., but in London, it is 8 p.m. So is it earlier in Cairo? Later in Cairo? Think about it. If it's 9 p.m. in Cairo, 8 p.m. in London. Once you answered all of those, go to the writing page. So daylight savings time began as a way to make use of daylight before we had electricity. Write about whether we still need daylight savings time today. Do you think we still need it? Now, the article had mentioned that daylight savings really helps because in the summer, days get longer and the daylight changes. But as we go into winter, you can now see it's darker earlier in the day, and that has changed for us. So with the times of the day, do you think that it is a good thing? Do you think, like, what's the point? It just makes life more confusing. Like, why do we need this? Then I got to figure out, well, if it's 4 p.m. for us, and what time is it in Georgia, for example, or Florida? So sorry to yawn. What do you think? You only need to do one sentence for this. I'm going to go easy on you, especially since I messed up all the packets. It was my bad. I know it's not great. I'm sorry. One sentence about if you think daylight savings is a good thing. So yes, because it helps with the light outside. No, because it's pointless and confusing. So what do you think? If you need me, comment on Classroom, say, hey, can we video chat? Hey, I have a question. You can comment the question. You could get a hold of me by setting up a meeting. I will happily meet with you over video chat any day. I'd say any time, but I'm not going to meet with you at 9 p.m. at night. But throughout the day, the school day from like 7 to 3:34, I can video chat with you. So if you need me, let me know, and I can be there for you. I miss all of you, and I hope that you're doing well. Keep up the hard work, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.